from beautiful Istanbul. Today is day 1 out of 2 weeks that we're going to spend here, and we are super excited to show you around. This is the first day that we go out and explore, and we're going to share all of our first impressions with you. It feels really good to be here. It feels like there's a lot to do, and we don't really have a plan today, but we're thinking that we're going to show you around our neighborhood of Karakoy, which is a famous neighborhood in the city, and it's adorable. And we are going to try to see the Bosphorus. I keep mispronouncing that. I think it's the English and Spanish mixing in. We're also going to try to do a boat tour because it's a beautiful day and the weather's not going to stay like this. And hopefully we're going to end the day watching the sunset somewhere with a cocktail or a glass of wine or chai. We'll see. I'll show you around.
Already feels way more European than anywhere we've been so far. In fact, we're in Europe. That's not the real reason. It's just like all like the graffiti and the posters of like concerts and music events. It just feels like we're in Europe and everyone's super cool. And there's like a tram that looks like the tram in Amsterdam going through the city. It just feels like we like left the Turkey that we know and we came into like a new country basically.
Karakoy is such a fun neighborhood to walk through. This was a recommendation from a girl that we met in Cash right at the beginning of our trip. And it was the perfect recommendation for us because in here it's busy but not too busy, it's hip, it feels historic, the buildings are super cute. It sits on one of Istanbul's 7 hills, and it also, like the streets as you can see here, are cobblestone and everyone is just dressed up super nice, which makes me regret not packing clothes for Istanbul. But whatever, we're just gonna keep walking and show you around. Lunchtime. We are having chicken donors after being in an Airbnb for like 2 weeks. We definitely missed these, and it's funny because we have, at this point, we've been here for 10 weeks, and we're Turkish. It's good enough for ordering food, but everyone here speaks perfect English. So you come here and you're like, oh, tavuk, iki, whatever, the 3 words that we know, and they're like, oh, hi, how are you? What do you want? Oh, you want a chicken doner? And we're like, yeah. Everyone speaks English. For the moment, we're just gonna eat, and then we're gonna keep showing you around because we're in a different part of town now. That feels completely different, but we'll show you in a couple seconds. Bon appetit!
This area along the water is awesome. There's tons of restaurants and places to sit and have coffee. And you have all these local guys fishing. I don't know, there's like thousands of them, but they're still catching fish somehow. I'm not sure how it's possible. But once we left Karakoy and came out to the water, we finally got a sense of how massive Istanbul is. I think 16 million people live here. Before coming here, the biggest city that we went to was Konya, which has like 2.1, so this is 8 times bigger. And then if you look across the water, it's Asia, and where we are now is Europe. So this is the only city in the world that straddles 2 continents. So we're gonna keep walking around and we're gonna grab a boat tour to learn more about Istanbul's history.
Abi dur veriyorum. Mardinliyim diyor, lafa bak.
We thought we were getting in this educational boat tour, and we basically just jumped into the first one we saw, and they were leaving and it was rushed, and we were just like, okay, we assumed that there would be information, but it seems like we just overpaid for a ferry ride that is just gonna take us back to the same spot. Well, this is the only day that we had to do it though. We checked the weather and this is like the warmest day in the next 2 weeks, so that's why we
It's gonna
jumped in.
start getting rainy
Yeah.
also, so.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have chai with the sunset instead of cocktails or a beer.
No cold beer, for sure.
Or wine. It could be wine.
Could be wine.
Red wine. Let's see where we end up because the sun is about to set and we're still not back. So not to say that the boat tour was bad, because it wasn't. It's really pretty. But we were expecting for it to be a little bit more educational. And it wasn't. Like, no one said a word. But it was pretty. It was very beautiful. And I'm glad we did it because I don't know if we're gonna have the chance to do anything like that again. Now I don't know what the plan is. We just wanna walk back to our neighborhood, I think, and find a way to warm up.
الساحل أمينو ليتبع الخط الساحلي الأوروبي حتى جسر البوسفور الثالث.
We have yet to try the chestnuts. They roast them and they look delicious. We're gonna try those this week at some point. There's so much going on here. There are all these food stands and everyone's just like screaming and selling stuff and just like calling you in. The city has energy for sure.
The boat dropped us off in the old city, so now we're heading over the bridge back to where our apartment is. But on this bridge, like every square foot is taken by a fisherman on like both sides. It's amazing. I guess you can see it. They're just like every single spot is taken by fishermen.
gonna end this video here. It was such a fun day. We spent like 6 or 7 hours walking around, and obviously we didn't even scratch the surface. Istanbul is huge and it's beautiful, and there's so much to do, and we were just saying that I don't know if we're gonna have time to see everything, but we are for sure gonna try. We're gonna end the day having some chai at this cute spot, and we can't wait to show you more of Istanbul in the next few videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Today is Thanksgiving in the US, and we thought it would be super appropriate to attempt to make a DIY food tour of Istanbul's most popular foods. So we asked our friends, we asked locals, we did a research online, and we found 14 foods and drinks that seem to be like the most popular in the city. And we're gonna start with breakfast, and we're gonna end with dinner, and we're gonna try to do this all in one day.